Now that we've got some good practice doing integration, let's start looking at some ways that you can use integration and also ways that you'll be tested in your exam. So for no other reason that you should learn this particular skill, it's going to be in your exam. The NCEA 2 exam will have this. The IB exam will have this. What it means by solving through integration, quote marks, solving, is we start off with something which has already had differentiation done to it. If we want to, we can write it in this form. So something which has already been differentiated, and we want to turn it into the original function. All right. Remembering though that when we integrate for both of these, we get that pesky, let's put it in red, we get that pesky plus c. Oh, it's a nice purple color. We get that funky plus c color term. We can't have that term. We need to find out what c's. So we're going to find c equals some number. And once we've done that, then we've solved it. This is the beginning of what's called differential equations. They're a really, really important part of calculus, and you'll be doing a lot more of them if you decide to stay with calculus. All right, with that done, let's have a look at an example. So this is from the 2013 exam, and it says that a function when derived, which means has differentiation done to it, is given as g dash equals 6x squared minus 5. And we're told that it passes through the point 1, 4. So in other words, this is some graph. When we integrate it, it's going to either look like that or like that, a trinomial, and it passes through the point 1, 4. So when we integrate this to find g of x, we're going to get a c term, and we're going to use the coordinate that they give you to find out what that c term actually is. So let's do it. So if g dash of x is 6x squared minus 5, then it follows that g of x, when we integrate it, the 6 stays there, the x stays there, the 2 becomes a 3, we have to divide by that 3, the minus 5 becomes minus 5x, and we have to have that c. Let's simplify this a little bit more. We can simplify that. That goes to 2x cubed minus 5x plus c. We need to know what c is now, and now we're going to take this here. So wherever we have an x, we're going to put a 1. Wherever we have a y, we're going to have 4. So, oh, that's g of x. We'll keep it like y there for now. So 4 is going to be equal to 2, 1 cubed minus 5 times 1 plus c. Let's just move this up a bit. So let's simplify it a little bit. 4 equals, well, 1 cubed is 1, and 2 times 1 is 2, minus 5 equals c. So 4 equals minus 3 plus c. Add 3 to both sides. C must equal 7. So our function now, we know now that the c bit is going to be equal to 7. So the original function for g of x that we were looking for, if we kind of like g of x there, is going to be equal to 2x cubed minus 5x plus 7. We know what the c is, and that would be our final answer. Again, it's like an algorithm. You just put in the numbers, and out pops the answer. This is another exam question. I think this is from IB. We're told that this difference equation, when integrated and becomes f of x, passes through this point 1 comma minus 2. We want to find f of x. Well, okay, let's do it straight away. So f of x is, let's integrate this f of x. That's a very fancy looking f there. So the 18 is going to stay there. The x is going to stay there. The 2 though is going to get 1, and we need to divide by that number. Minus 8 stays there. The x stays there. Now the 1 becomes a 2, and we have to divide by that number. The 2 gets an x, and we have to have that plus c. That plus, so now we're in a race against time to find this plus c here. Okay, let's simplify it a little bit more. 18 over 3 is 6x cubed. 8 divided by 2 is 4 plus 2x plus c. So f dash of x, slightly less flamboyant f there, is that. Now we need to do that. How are we going to do that? We're going to plug in those coordinates into this equation to find c. So in other words, wherever we have an x, we're going to get minus 1, and wherever we have a y or f of x, we're going to get negative 2. So negative 2 equals 6, 1 cubed, minus 4, 1 squared, plus 2 times 1, plus c. We have one equation now, one unknown c, so we can solve it. Let's simplify it a little bit more and move it up a little bit. So 1 cubed is 1, 6 times 1 is 6, 1 squared is 1, 4 times 1 is minus 4 times 1 is minus 4, 2 times 1 is 2. Hopefully you don't need a calculator for that. Let's collect up these terms. So 6 minus 4 is negative 2. 6 is positive 2. So minus 2 equals 4 plus c. Let's take 4 away from both sides. So c must be equal to negative 6. So our original equation will be 6x cubed minus 4x squared plus 2x minus 6. And that's our final answer. But remember, we've got to put in what we're actually looking for. That would be our final answer on that one. So along those same lines, we have f dash of x equals 48x cubed minus 6x. We're told that f of x passes through the point 4, 148. Don't be intimidated. We need to find f of x. So we need to get f of x straight away and then solve for c. So if f dash of x is that, f of x must be the 48 stays there, the x stays there. Now the 3 becomes a 4. We have to divide by 4. The negative 6 stays there, the x stays there, the 1 becomes a 2. Remember, there's a 1 there. We have to divide by 2, and then we have to add the plus c. Let's simplify things a little bit more. 48 divided by 4 is 12. And negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. So that's f of x. Now we have to get rid of that pesky c, and we're going to use the initial condition here that we're given to solve that. So that says wherever x equals 4, y or f of x must equal 148. So 148 is going to be equal to 12 times 4 to the power of 4 minus 3, 4 squared, plus c. And I have no idea what 4 cubed is going to be. 4 to the power of 4. Going to be some monstrous number, 256. And then we have to times that by 12. 3,072. And 4 squared is going to be 16. So 16 times negative 3 is negative 48. Plus c. So let's collect up those terms. 30. Let's tidy that up a little bit. That looks kind of messy. 3072. 3072 minus 48 equals plus c. So 3072 minus 48 is 3024. So 148 minus that, and we're going to find c. So 148 minus 3024. Whoops. 3024 is minus 2876. That is c. So therefore we know that f of x is this beast here. I have to give myself a bit more space. And we know that c is that. So f of x, our final answer, is f of x equals 12x to the power of 4 minus 3x squared minus 2,876. So don't be intimidated by those numbers. And as long as we stay on course and just follow the algorithm and do one step, we integrate, then find c, then put it all together, we're going to find the answer and we're going to be good. This is kind of an easy thing actually when you get practiced at it, and you should be absolutely zapping through this in the exam. And it is a really important skill to have, which we're going to find out next when we do kinematic.